Maritime Made is brought to you by Invest Nova Scotia. Experience and expertise strengthening your business.
Access Labels, located in Amherst, Nova Scotia, is Atlantic Canada's largest label maker. They've supplied local producers for 30 years and are expanding further into North America. Access Labels creates labels using two different systems. Their digital machines are for small runs, running at 30 feet per minute. Their Flexo machines are for large runs, running up to 700 feet per minute.
We do many different label products, from blank labels to 10 colors, from printing on paper to printing on film. We do tags, which is all poly, and paper. So we are a very versatile company, and we're continuing to expand into newer products with newer technology. I started the business in 1993 after 20 years in the housing industry, where I was in manufactured housing, and times were changing and I wanted to get into something on my own. Ended up buying a couple of machines from an existing company that was closing this business and moved it to this plant here and started the business from manufacturing labels, which was quite a challenge at the time with no experience, but hard work and perseverance, and we just kept on rolling from there.
Each label job starts with a potential customer requesting a quote, and the sales team gets to work. Once the project is secured and all the production details are confirmed, the sales team passes the job on to the graphic designer. Here, a design and a proof are created, including details of the cut lines. Once approved by the client, the job is ready to go. Access Labels has two Mark Andy Digital Pro presses. These use a built-in 4-color cyan, magenta, yellow, and black process. The yellow dry toner is inserted. To start, the machine needs to be dialed in for the day. Test strips are scanned with a color calibration tool and a computer program, ensuring the machine is in spec. 2 calibration readings are done before the exact color is executed. Everything for the order is collected. Today, we're printing the Access Label's own label, which is going on white poly surface, making these refrigeration grade. The roll lift transports the paper from storage to the machine. The material, now called web, is pulled up to the splicing table, and 2 nip points hold this, as it's precisely attached to material already there using red tape. This is run through the machine until it reaches the other side and is set up. The die is put in. This cuts the surface of the web for the shape of the label. Flex plates are attached to magnetic drums. All parts have engraved labels. Once checked, the drum is rolled, applying the flex plate. A carrier with lid is put on. This applies air to cut the die. Next, parameters are programmed into the machine. Lamination is placed on an upper roll through nips. This gets air pressurized, attaching this flat on the web. A test strip is pulled off for a supervisor. They compare the test against a spec sheet. Here, they also do a die cut test to ensure they're not cutting too deep. If everything looks good, they approve printing. A matrix roll is set up. Cores are added to rewind shafts for labels wound as single lanes. Next, the air knives are activated, cutting the labels into single lanes. All aspects of the label run are programmed according to how many labels are needed. A sensor detects when everything is ready to run. Filled rolls are removed and tape secures their ends, and a serial number is added. Now the labels, the customer order, the die, and ticket are all taken to the finishing department.
We plan on doubling our growth in the next 5 years. We've always exported outside Nova Scotia, but in the last couple of years, we're actually exporting into the U.S. So we see big potential in the U.S. because of the dollar situation, so there are some opportunities, and we see more growth in the U.S. and also outside of Nova Scotia.
The Flexo machines at Access Labels also need to be color calibrated before each run. Flexo machines require a plate made for each tone or color used in a label design. These machines use many pre-made water-based inks, but the ink lab at Access Labels also develops accent colors. In the lab, ink colors are dialed in before delivering the materials for a job. A test is done using the specific paper for the job and a miniature ceramic-coated analox roller, which holds ink in microscopic cells. Ink is collected, shaken, and then a drop is applied and rolled out. A sample is taken to a computer and scanned with an X-Rite Exact Color tool. This reads the color and gives a delta E value. They're trying to achieve a 1 for each. Once successful, all the necessary materials are brought on a pallet to a Flexo machine. Similar to the digital process, the paper is rolled onto the machine, pulled up to the splicing table, attached to the sheet already there, and pulled through. The drum, magnet, and dies are changed to match labels. There are 2 die models Flexos use. One is a solid engraved drum cylinder. The other is a magnetic drum cylinder and Flexo plate. Plate mounds are removed from the last job. The correct size cylinders for this one have 3M double-sided foam tape applied. The correct plates are attached using camera crosshairs for alignment. A plate roller is used, smoothing the surface. This machine can paint up to 10 colors, so this may happen 10 times. Large analox rollers add ink in varying amounts to create printed images. There's an air drying station between each. To change colors, the doctor blade is removed. Ink is scraped and drained from pans. Rollers are washed with water and cleaner, and spaces between meter rolls and analox rollers are spread. Old pans are taken to the laboratory sink. Plugs are put in new pans. Then, foam pieces are added to their ends. These control the ink. Pans, wipers, meter rollers, and analoxes are locked into place. And then doctor blades are reinserted. New ink is poured and spaces between rollers are closed. Color tests from each color station are scanned in the light booth before running the label job. Everything is lined up using rotating knobs and various camera crosshairs until it's perfect. A quality check is done. Then, paperwork is filled out and the order can run. Large label rolls from Flexo machines are taken to finishing to be rolled into the sizes that meet the order. A newer upright process allows large rolls to be separated into smaller rolls in a semi-automatic process, but Access Labels also still does hand rolling. When finished, labels are packaged according to what the customer ordered. Finally, they're sent to inventory, ready to be shipped.